So my working theory for the coming year is this. AI agents will make several people millionaires in 2025. And those who have enough knowledge of agents will win the most in this unique gold rush period. The core reason why is basically this. There is a huge knowledge gap right now between how easy it is to set up AI agents. It literally only takes around 5 minutes, which I'll show in this video how, versus how incredibly useful this is for business owners as a service. In that in just one demo of an AI agent, they are likely to be amazed of the technology already and the benefits that it can give. So that gap is your opportunity then, because if you're able to bridge that gap and provide these AI agents as a service to business owners, then you'll be able to strike gold while it's early. And what convinced me the most about this opportunity is really this video by this user who demoed AI agents to a client where the owner called their business and the AI voice agent answered it, talked to them like a normal person would, collected their info, and the business owner was just in awe after the demo.
What time works best for you? And could you let me know your time zone?
Dope.
Victor, you're all set.
I'm in awe. I'm like, oh my God.
And the great thing about that is that voice agent actually only took 5 minutes to set up. And if you charge for that service for, say, a $200 subscription revenue per month, then if you do it enough times, you can get to $10,000 monthly recurring revenue or even more. So in this video, I'll share with you a workflow and a toolkit of templates, basically taking you through end-to-end how to set this up so you can take advantage of this gold rush period as well. We'll go through how to set up your AI voice agent to demo, similar to that video, how to quickly get business owner contacts or leads, how to do an elevator pitch to business owners, and how to set up the AI voice agent for your new client. And to make this even easier, in this video, we'll go through all of the templates, prompts, and even a set of slides and an elevator pitch script, which you can just copy to get you started as soon as possible to take advantage of this AI agent's gold rush period. Alright, before we dive in, I think it's good to first understand quickly two things. Why will the businesses want this and what's the opportunity for you? Because if we understand these two things, then we'll get to the right mindset of how big an opportunity this really is for both parties. For the business, the core of it is really just the fact that AI agents are cheaper and better. They allow businesses to answer any unanswered calls because in average, around 60% of calls are actually left unanswered and 85% of those customers who were missed don't call back. So that's a huge opportunity loss for the business. And with voice AI agents, that ensures that no call goes unanswered. AI is also available 24/7, round the clock, every day of the year. So even if the customer calls on off times or on the weekends, then someone is sure to answer. Another benefit is the fact that AI can handle an infinite number of simultaneous calls, while call center agents, let's say, are restricted to only one customer at a time. And then finally, there is huge cost efficiencies here because if you're offering an AI agent for only $200 a month, that's just much more cost efficient versus hiring or setting up a whole call center infrastructure for your small business. And really it all boils down to this, because if an AI agent only costs $200 a month, and let's say an average order value of that said business is also say $200 per customer, then it will only take roughly one customer to break even from this investment. So that's your very short, very quick business case as to why this makes sense for the business. Now, what's in it for you? The way that we'll approach this is as follows. Let's say we're taking the niche of dentists in your area. And for the sake of argument, we find that there's around 10 of them. Obviously, maybe not all of them will be able to convert. So if you convert just only one, then that will still give you a good recurring income. But the way you scale is that these voice AI agents are not needed only by dentists. They're actually needed by other industries who basically also require customer support, like real estate agents, plumbers, electricians, and other industries. So you can scale horizontally as well as vertically by virtue of more locations. So if you're done with searching for dentists in City A, then the next area you can target is the neighboring City B, City C, City D, and so on. So in that way, because right now AI agents are not yet well distributed, you can capitalize on this opportunity. And what's even better is that you can use the same repeatable model that we'll go over on this lesson for each and every one of these verticals. So now that we've established why this is important to business owners and why it's a good opportunity for you, let's dive in. As mentioned, we'll be covering this in 4 parts. And if you stick to the end, we also have a bonus for you near the end of the video that can really turbocharge how you scale this AI agent offering. And to make this process even easier, I've actually centralized all the resources, the prompts, the templates, and all the links to all the tools that we'll be using in our community. So if you head to the link in the video description, then you can find all of those good stuff. And if in case you're not yet part of the community, then do check it out. There's a lot of good conversations here around developments in artificial intelligence and basically how to use AI to make your business grow or just generally save time in your operations. There's also loads of other lessons and toolkits here around artificial intelligence, agents, and automations. That's all geared to help you make money with AI, basically. So do check that out if that is of any interest to you. All right, let's dive in. The first thing we'll do is to set up your AI voice agent so that you can use this to demo to different businesses. In the software we'll be using, which I found to be the easiest for us to be able to set up these AI agents in no time, is called Go High Level. It's a new and upcoming tool, and they really turbocharged their AI agents capability recently. And you can see there's a lot of awards that they have this year because of how useful their tool has become. And before we dive into the interface itself, basically how Go High Level works is illustrated here in the slide I made. If this is you, basically you will be the main agency account in this case. And when you onboard businesses, they will be your sub-accounts. So let's say you onboard 3 sub-account clients. What you can do is charge them a set amount that you yourself will set. For example, it would be $200 for every month. And so sub-account 1 pays $200, sub-account 2 pays $200, and sub-account 3 pays $200 as well to you monthly. So that will form your revenue. And you will only pay the Go High Level fixed cost of $97 per month. And because Go High Level works on a fixed cost model, the more clients you onboard, your cost of software actually doesn't go up, which is pretty much why Go High Level has become quite popular recently. And you don't even have to pay this $97 now because we do have a free trial available, which I provided in the link below. So this is just important later when we go to the dashboard of Go High Level itself. So if you click on that link, it will take you to this page, and what you want to do is to sign up for the free trial here. And once you've created your account, just go to the dashboard. And once you're here in the dashboard, your end in mind is to get to an AI voice agent demo ASAP, which is basically to have Go High Level's agents call your phone and for you to talk to it yourself. So once you've signed up to Go High Level, the first thing you want to check is to make sure that the AI employee feature is turned on for you. So to do that, just go to settings and then click on company. And if you scroll down, you can find the AI employee feature here at the bottom and just make sure that that is ticked on. And then the second thing to check is if you go to AI employee, make sure that your sub account, there should be one here already, has this feature turned on so that you can set up the demo voice AI agent smoothly. Now to set it up, you want to go to your sub account. So if you click on this toggle at the upper left, switch to your sub-account here, then you'll land at your sub-account's homepage. You want to go to settings and scroll to find voice AI agents. And here it tells you to set up an LC or lead connector phone. So just click on that and then click switch all sub-accounts to LC phone, acknowledge, and select confirm. And once you've done that, just click this blue link icon. And the picture of success is if this now shows that agency X is managed by LC Phone. So from here, you just want to go back to your sub account, which you can just quickly access by clicking on this switcher toggle and then click for the sub accounts that you were managing earlier. And then again, go to settings, go to voice AI agents. And now it has an option for you to create an agent. So just click on that, provide a name for it, enter the name of the business, make sure the name of your agency is correct. And then for the voice, you can select and choose any one of these. The one I usually use is Amy.
I've never been hurt by anything I didn't say.
So see if that works for you. And then for the direction, inbound call is the only option at the moment. Inbound basically meaning the customer calls first, whereas outbound is the agent is the one calling first. So that is coming soon. And then feel free to type in an initial message here. So for now, I will just keep it to that. Click on next. And then for agents goals, to keep it basic for now, you just want to collect the details of the contact's name, their email, and what their issue or concern is. If you want, it can also collect the address of the person, although for most cases that's not really necessary. And then you want to tick this box that says that you want to receive an email notification once the call is complete. To whom that email will be sent to, just click this radio button and set a custom email there so that you can get a summary of the call that you will be making in a bit. And then for the last step, you of course need a phone number for the agent to answer from. So if you just click on buy new number, and in this view, you want to click add number and click on add phone number. And what's great about Go High Level is they actually made this so much easier for people like us. So here you can see US numbers, and they're very cheap. They're only like $1 per month. So just choose any one of these. Just make sure that the number is able to do a voice call, an SMS, and MMS for future purposes. And just click that and click proceed to buy. And now you have a number for your AI agent. So click X there, and then just go back to your voice AI agent here at the left sidebar. Continue on editing the agent that you were after. And now just make sure that the agent details and agent goals are correct, if in case you weren't able to save it in the previous step. And now for phone-in availability, you just select that phone number that you purchased. You can leave this as toggled on. I'll explain that in a bit. And have set working hours toggled off so that the agent is active 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And now if you've done that successfully, you should now have a test your agent option here at the right. And for you to try this out, basically have the caller number you purchased here and enter the receiver number. And make sure for this one, start it with a plus and just click call me, so that you can talk to your agent. Hello?
Hey, you have reached Agency X. How can I help you today?
I am looking to book an appointment. Can I give you my details?
Sure thing. I can help with that. Could you please provide me with your contact information?
Sure, it's 345.
Got it. So your number is 345. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Great. Is there anything else you'd like to share, like your name or email address?
My name, I can share my name, it's Jay, and then my email address, it would be robonuggets100@gmail.com.
Thanks, Jay. So your email is robonuggets100@gmail.com. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Perfect. Thanks for sharing your details, Jay. A team member will reach out to you soon to help with booking your appointment. Have a great day.
Thank you. And there you go. And right after the call, this page should now update with a full transcript of the conversation you just had, as well as a summary of what transpired. And if you check your email, the one that you've put in for email notifications, you can see basically a call summary of the customer as well as the full transcript. And there you go. You just made your very first AI voice agent. So that's part one already done. The next question is, how do you actually get leads to offer that AI agent to? And for this part, all of the resources I just centralized in our community, as I mentioned. And the very first step is actually to use ChatGPT and to prompt it with a query like this one. And just to go over it, basically the final output of this is a set of Google search queries that will look something like this, which we will use in a bit. But for now, if I just copy this onto ChatGPT, for this example, I just ask it for 10 Google search queries, but obviously you can increase that to more. And what it basically gave me is search queries on Google, where it will find dentists that have their email addresses available on Instagram.com. So what I can do is just copy this whole thing and paste it to a template like this one. Now, it's quite a simple template, so you can make it yourself. But if you're part of the community, you can just access it via this Google Sheets template here. And what you can do is click on File, make a copy, and that should duplicate that sheet to your own Google Drive. So if you just copy here the results from ChatGPT, then you basically have a tracker for the search queries that you are about to do. And what you do with these search queries is just copy them in. And then if you go to Google, you just type that in and click enter. And there, it just gave you several Instagram contacts of dentists in your area. Now what we'll be doing next is to copy this whole page by hitting Ctrl A. But to make it easier, you actually would want to install this Chrome extension first, which is basically an infinite scroller for Google. And what that lets you do is allow you to just continue scrolling to the bottom of this page without having to go to the next page for every one of them, which makes it easier. What you want to do is to do a Control A for all of this information, and then copy all of that by hitting Control C, head back to ChatGPT and start a new chat, and just paste everything there. And what you want to do is to put a prompt at the start of this query for this prompt B, which is basically going to ask ChatGPT to format the data we just copied into a table with proper columns. So if I copy that, paste it to ChatGPT at the top, along with the information we just copied from Google, what ChatGPT will do is to format it into a table that is actually something that we can use to contact leads. So if you just copy that whole thing, go back to your template and start a new tab that's similar to this one. You just copy the information there, and there you go. You immediately have multiple leads here, which you can either contact the email of, or what I suggest is to actually message each of them via Instagram, because these businesses, a lot of them do check their Instagram inbox because that is also where their customers usually contact them. So as you start up, I suggest to go to each one of these and just send them a message. And again, just to make it easier for you, I've also included here in the community a message template that you can just copy. And it's quite simple, basically saying that you tried calling their number earlier, but no one was available to answer. So you just thought that they might be interested in an AI-based 24/7 customer support. So if that's something that they'd like to chat about, then you can just schedule a meeting with them, which I'll show you in a bit. And most importantly, you have an option to actually include here the number of the demo agent that you just created earlier, so that if the business owner would like to try it out for themselves before even speaking to you, then that's an option that they can do as well, so that they can experience it for themselves. And then once you run out of leads, you can just go to the next row here and look for, let's say, real estate agents, and then fitness trainers, and then lawyers and such. You can just use ChatGPT to generate these search queries and basically get you several number of leads until you get your first customer. So if you do this every day, then for sure you will have someone who will be interested with getting an AI voice agent because of how big this will be in the coming months. So there you go. That is the fastest way for you to get business owner contacts and for you to get started easily with contacting them along with a message template. So now the next question is, once you have a business owner who is actually interested in setting up an AI voice agent and they want to set up a meeting first before they say yes, what do you do? Again, if you go back to our community page, you can see here that under this section, I provided some resources. What I advise is to use Google Meet for you to set up a quick 10-minute call. And 10 minutes is honestly fine. The shorter it is, the better. Because the business owner's time is very important. You need to be really quick in demoing this. And to make it even easier, I've actually attached here a pitch deck, which is basically a set of 8 slides that you can just copy and is already ready to present, actually. So the only thing that you need to do, if you wish, is to put your agency's logo here and don't make it too complex. In fact, I've also put here some websites where you can create a logo instantly. The one I use the most is Brandmark. So if you type your agency name there, it will actually generate logos for you instantly. And you can just select the one that you think is a good fit for the brand that you're after. And you can put it here. If in case you want the colors of these pictures change, just click on them and then click on picture format. And then under color, you can change it to whatever color scheme that you want, depending on if you want to customize it further for your brand. And even further, here in the notes, I've also put in the script that you can just pretty much read so that when you're into that call, you can just refer to these as your notes. So that's really available for you to just download and present. But just to quickly go through these slides, they're pretty much simple slides that introduce your AI automation agency, talks about who you are and what you do, basically all about AI solutions for customers. And then we highlight the 4 key points that we have gone through in the beginning of this video around why voice AI agents are the future. And then this slide is important because it tells the business owner what's the amount of money that they're leaving off the table by not having a voice AI agent. So in this simulation, if they miss 1 call per day, then that translates to around 30 missed calls monthly. And if we assume just a $100 average order value, then that's already around $3,000 in lost revenue every month. And here is when you will do the demo. And for you to do that, just go back to your voice AI agent. For agent goals, you have the option to change this custom email to your business contacts email so that they will receive a summary message right after the demo call. And under agent details, the agent's initial message, you can also change the agent's initial message to the name of the business and change this business name to them as well to make the experience even better. So just click save on that. And now you're ready to just put in their number here and click call. And they should be receiving the call live as you pitch them. So once that's done, that should be a good experience for them. And you can just hone in on the value proposition of why voice AI is good. Just to recap, basically it's all about making sure each customer is captured and answered. It's cost efficient and really is at a fraction versus traditional call centers. And it's also scalable because it is powered by AI. And then you just provide them a comprehensive and simple voice AI package. For this pack, we've put it in as $200 per month, which is a fixed price with unlimited calls, including all the system deployment, support, and lifecycle management that comes with it. And obviously, you can change this price depending on what you see is appropriate. And that's it. That is the pitch that you will be delivering, as well as the demo that should convert the business owner you're speaking to agree to set up their first AI voice agent. So now that you have a client who's on board, what do you do? What do you do to deliver the product? And that's what we're going to cover in this final section. Basically, there will be 3 things that you need to set up. The very first one is obviously how you get paid. The second would be the agent itself to deliver the product. And the third one is call forwarding, which I'll go through in a bit. So to set up the payments, the first thing that you need to make sure is to have the price of your product be correctly set. So if you go back to Go High Level and make sure you're on your agency view, simply go to this Reselling tab by the sidebar. And if you scroll down, you can find the AI employee product here where you can dictate your price. And I'll just set 200 here. And basically what's going to happen is, from the point of view of your business client, they will be charged $200 a month for this service, while you pay the $97 cost that High Level charges. So for every client that you onboard, you actually net a profit of around $103. And depending on the client, you can set this to whatever price you think is appropriate. And since High Level operates on a fixed cost basis, the price actually doesn't change. So for this illustration, let's just set it at 200, click on save, and now that price is set. The next thing to do is to add your business client as a sub-account. So if you go to sub-accounts again here on the sidebar, simply click on add sub-account. For the snapshots, these are basically templates, which you can explore. For now, we will just create a blank snapshot. And you have an option here to search for the business in Google Maps, if that's relevant. But for our purposes, we'll just add the account manually by clicking here, and then just fill in the client's details here. And once you're done with all those details, just click on save, and you now have your new sub-account set up. Now to let your client set up their payment method, just switch to that sub-account by again clicking on this upper left toggle, selecting the new sub-account. And once you're in this sub-account view, the first thing you need to do is to add your business contact as an admin. So if you go to settings here in the lower left, click on my staff, click on add an employee, fill in their details here, click on next, and then assign them the admin role, click on save. And what should happen is their email should appear here in the staff list. And then what you need to have your business contact do is check their email. They should be receiving a message similar to this one, and have them log in so that they can add their payment details there securely. So if they click this login button, they'll be able to set their account here and be able to continue to log in to their sub-account view. And then for them to add their payment details, just go back to their sub-account, click on reputation, and within that view, click on settings, and copy this URL here and provide your business contact that link, just to make it easier for them to navigate where to put their payment information. Because once they navigate to this link, they'll be able to see this upgrade to unlimited AI employee button, which if they click, will provide them a pop-up that will show them the price that you have agreed, that you have set in that reselling setting, as well as a secure way for them to add in their credit card details to be charged every month. So once they've paid this and subscribed, then you're all set. And to make it even easier for you, I've also drafted this quick 2-step guide in one slide, which you can send to your business client, just guiding them on the first step, which is creating a Go High Level account via the email that will be sent to them, and also for them to go to the specific link, which you can just insert here under that reputation tab, and for them to click on upgrade to unlimited AI employee for them to set up their payment method. Now the next thing to do is to set up the voice agent itself. And if you go back to their sub-account view, it's going to be pretty much the same process as what you did when you first set up your own demo. So if you go to settings, go to voice AI agents, you'll be able to create your agent similar to what you did before. So obviously you'll need to tweak this depending on the client's needs, as well as the details that the business wants to collect from each customer. And under the email notifications, don't forget to put in the email of the business owner so that they can receive the details of each call. And then for the phone and availability, you basically just do the same process as what you did in the demo. Now the final optional step is to set up call forwarding for your business client. And in the community, I've provided a link here of how to set this up. And basically why it can be important is because most businesses may already have a set phone number that they've published on their website that they're not willing to change. So what you can do is to still keep that number and just set up call forwarding so that if in case that number is unavailable, maybe it's the weekend or maybe it's off hours, then that business number will just route all the unanswered calls to your voice AI agent, making sure that no call is unanswered. And in this link, there's details on how to set this up for major carriers in the US. And it's actually different for each one, so I advise you to work with your business client to set this up. And then for other countries, it would also depend on their own carrier. So my advice is to use a tool like Perplexity in order to do a bit of research here to make it easy for you and your client. And there you go. We just went through the 4 steps you need for you to set up your AI voice agency, along with a repeatable process with all the templates, prompts, and even a pitch deck, all forming a repeatable model for you to scale up this business. So there's never been a better time to take advantage of this opportunity, given the knowledge gap that exists right now. And if you do it enough times and with enough grit, then you'll be able to scale it up to a sustainable business that would really last. Now, as a thank you for staying until the end of this video, what I wanted to share is that voice AI is actually only one of the tools that's available in Go High Level's AI employee toolkit. So there's a tool around conversations, basically customer support via chat instead of calling. There's even one around reviews, so automated replies to reviews on Google, and a couple of other tools here that serve to help small businesses fully take advantage of AI for them to streamline their operations. And what's great about knowing this is that as you scale up, you can actually upsell clients with more tools and features so that you can just increase your revenue as you scale up your agency as well. So in this first AI agents video guide, we went through voice AI. But if you like this content, then stay tuned in our community because I plan to go through those new features soon and how you can also monetize and upsell them so that you can maximize your earnings during this gold rush period. Or if you're watching at YouTube, then please like and subscribe. It helps us a lot. And as mentioned, check out the RoboNuggets community. We have all the resources we went through here over at that space. And we have tons of other lessons as well for you to really get ahead during this artificial intelligence wave. See you all next time. Thank you.